Now look at this.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. This trip we decided to head south. We already made a friend and we headed out to our driver who was ready to pick us up and take us to the hotel. It was about 30 minutes to our hotel, which was close to the Panama Canal. We grabbed some dinner, hung out for a little bit, and got ready for the next day. This is the view of the canal from our hotel room. We currently just got picked up and we're on a 6.5-hour tour of the area. This is a private tour with a guide.
What is my favorite part of Panama City now? The name is Amador. Downtown Amador. You see it? Yeah. What used to be empty barracks, now we're bringing them back to life. And give me the food, give me the alcohol, rooftop, zip line, restaurant. This is it.
As you'll see, throughout the day, the guide was pretty awesome. We really liked her a lot. Panama City is the only capital city in the world that has a lush tropical rainforest within its city limits. If you look closely, you can see that there's a sloth in that tree. Panama is the only place in the world where you can watch the sun rise over the Pacific Ocean and set over the Atlantic Ocean from a single vantage point. The summit of Volcan Biru. After this, we hopped back in the car and headed over to a shopping district. Speaking of shopping, the currency here is the American dollar. Amber decided to have a photo shoot with people she met 15 seconds ago. Just about a 2-minute walk from the sign is a strip shopping mall. I must say the people here are very friendly. They were handing out samples with no obligation to buy. We tried a few samples. It was a lot of fun. We're now heading to a completely different area of Panama City. You notice how some of these buildings look pretty much original, and then other ones like this one look like they've been renovated. You wonder why? It's private company investing. They were turned into fancy restaurants and Airbnbs. Guys, notice the road are a fancy red brick. There's almost an invisible line where the red brick turns into this regular concrete. Tourists don't go this far. Our guide said that she had her family here. A little lower income, but the sweetest people you'd ever meet. We did end up trying her food and it was absolutely amazing. We are now heading to the historic district of Casco Viejo. This is the ruins of the Covenant on Santo Domingo. In English, they refer to this place as the Flat Arch. Last stop of the day, of course, is the Panama Canal, and the reason why we came here. We ended up visiting in the evening as the guide said it was cooler and a lot less crowds. As we all know, the Panama Canal is an artificial waterway that connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Allowing ships to cross Central America, it eliminates the need to sail around South America. The canal adds and removes water to raise and lower ships. Notice the red on the bottom of the ship as opposed to the blue on top. Now you see that it looks like the red has disappeared because the ship was lowered about 20 feet. I did time-lapse the entire sequence because this took about an hour. Next we went to the theater to see the presentation of the canal in IMAX. If you do visit the Panama Canal, this is definitely a presentation worth seeing. That was it for the day and we got ready for our next adventure. Today we're visiting a place called the Embera village. As you can see, the village is only accessible by water. It's just under a 15-minute boat ride to get there. Even though the main language in Panama is Spanish, these people speak a different dialect. When you arrive, you get a warm musical welcome. As you can see, the village is located deep in the rainforest of Panama. There are numerous villages here, each of them having their own dialect. As you can imagine, everything you see built here was built by hand. We stopped into their school and I asked Amber if she would mind teaching here. It would be easy for her. All she'd have to do is learn their language. The land was lush and these people grow all of their own food. Amber got to spend some time with the local young girls. They learned from an early age to make their clothes by hand. The main trades here are woodworking, farming, and fishing. Our lunch was caught from this very water you see here. All of the food is prepared and cooked right before you eat it. They invited you to come into what is basically their kitchen to see how they prepared your food. I must say it smelled amazing up there. They're building a museum for their heritage. They have a dancing celebration before lunch. This is a welcoming dance and to show their gratitude for visiting their village. The little kids and families joined in, and then I joined in. The food was incredible and your plate was this gigantic plant leaf. A little while after lunch we went back into the water. We had to take about a 20-minute trek to get to the waterfall. The waterfall was absolutely beautiful and it was deep enough at the bottom for us to go swimming. It took us about 30 minutes to get from the waterfall back to the mainland. This was a 10 out of 10 adventure and experience for the day. The next morning we left and the driver was doing 80 miles an hour to get us to the airport. He must have been in a rush because we definitely were not. We actually had plenty of time, so we checked out the Priority Pass Premium Lounge. Just like that, our trip to Panama has come to an end, but we're not going home yet. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.
Hey, we gon' rock it till the wheels